Hey guys, welcome to the Fear the Walking Dead after show on the stream.tv. I'm Michael Tiberi.
And I'm Sue Castillo, and Alicia has become the quintessential ride or die chick. In this episode, let's just talk about, she flipped out in the last episode about wanting to help neighbors, and Madison wouldn't let her. And then in this episode, we're just not going to even talk about that at all.
And she's now kind of become this character who's helpful, but at the same time, all of her maneuvers are almost super counterproductive of what she should be doing at the time. You know what I mean? Like, she is making progressive strides to kind of be better, but like at the same time, it's like, you're really not helping the situation at all.
Right. I mean, it's very evident that there's something going on. Alicia's not going to talk about it, you know, with Madison not allowing her to help the neighbor, and then the power going out, and then the comment that she made about that it was kind of like deja vu, and that waiting up for, she was like, she doesn't feel like going to sleep when she's waiting for somebody. And, you know I felt like that was kind of a hint back at about what happened to their father.
Absolutely, or the last time they played Monopoly, which, by the way, it's like, I don't know if I would rather be eaten by a zombie or play a game of Monopoly with my family for 6 hours. So that was a questionable time. But also, like, she has that moment, too, where she goes back, you know, she goes and gets the ammunition, and then she goes back for the pills. So it's like she's kind of, and then she has this attachment in the episode for Susan, where she wants to talk to her and doesn't want to kill her, but it's Alicia, what are you doing? Yeah,
I mean, we had mentioned that Alicia was going to be problematic, and then the fact that she went back to Susan's house when, you know, to get the ammo, and then noticed the empty pill bottles, and then before even seeing zombie neighbor Susan, she kind of freaks out, even though she doesn't know what she's looking for, and then Susan trying to and then she straight Ronda Rousey Chris in the nose. I mean,
out of the way. Like, she acted like he was trying to get to like third base with her, and he was trying to absolutely save her life, and she completely irrationally like reacted to that situation.
Yeah, and so then we get to the fact that reunited, and it feels so good. But not too terribly good, because we've got Travis, the Salazars, and Travis's family, the Ortizes, trying to escape the barbershop from the riots and a potential fire.
And they do escape, and they make it back to, you know, Madison and Alicia and Nick, and they make it back there in record time, let's just say that, you know, with all the rolling power outages, the zombies running around, the riots, you know,
LA traffic,
LA would be in complete chaos, and they're like, sorry, we're 20 minutes late. And it's like, oh, all right, great. Glad you could make it.
I guess he uses carpool lane stickers, I'm not sure. But then they get to the house.
H-O-V.
Yeah, H-O-V. And then they get to the house, and then the fact that this episode is called Dog, and we get to see why, because neighbor Dawson, like, is eating the dog, and now Travis is having this philosophical conversation with his zombie neighbor, like, trying to talk to him.
Yeah, as he's eating his dog, it's like this should have been like a Sarah McLachlan like moment for an animal commercial, when we had to sad like look into the eyes of that dog. Like, I never felt more sad for a character in any of these episodes as I did for that dog laying there when the neighbor was eating it.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm just gonna be honest, like, I was very happy that it was neighbor Dawson that was eating dog and not Asian Susan. That's just, I was so happy that didn't happen. I was like, hallelujah.
Susan's like, I've already had this.
I've already, but then you've got Daniel Salazar, who steps up to the plate and takes out neighbor Dawson. I mean, that's awkward moment, introduction. And then we get into, like, meeting of the families. Now everybody's together, and then they're making their escape, and we've got Patrick,
who is Susan's husband, coming back from a trip and, you know, meeting his wife, you know, for the first time since she's been infected, and not knowing what's wrong with her, and immediately wanting to go up to her and hug her, as you do most times when you know, don't see a relative for a long time, your wife. And, you know, doesn't realize that she's sick and infected, and, you know, ends up this military, they just descend upon the situation.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know, basically ripping Susan away from Patrick.
Military intervention, what can you say, you know? And, I mean, for me, in watching the episode, I thought it was a little bit ridiculous because, I mean, I don't know who was taking note of consistencies, but you've got some military members with medical face masks. You have others in full decontamination suits. Let's just be clear. Everybody is clearly infected, and I mean we don't. And that mask isn't going to do crap. But you know, we're
good effort though.
Good effort, guys. So now we're definitely going to be so ramped up and excited because with the military presence there, what's going to happen on the next episode? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, chaos will continue. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, make sure to keep this conversation going. Tweet us all week using the hashtag FearTWDAS. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, guys. For more of the Fear the Walking Dead after show, make sure you hit that button.
And subscribe to thestream.tv.